first carry here for Robinson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. O'Neal. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own. Could have been trouble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Back to throw. O'Neal. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Horton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Texans are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is I do think that this is a team that's going to take a long time.
I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So
and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brian Robinson Jr., his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
On the double.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And 6 DBs on 3rd. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Texans will take over possession here at the 34.
Definitely not the ideal time to say that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Throwing on first down, O'Neal. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important, the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Looking to throw on second down. O'Neal. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he works his way free all the way down the stretch of the red zone. Good gain again. That's how 4 yards converted his last 2 plays. Just a simple time pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston, it's the Texans. from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. He's down inside the 15. So 4 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, completions, and just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. O'Neal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who played best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tommy Trimble, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. O'Neal. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Red, yellow.
He'll look to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And in for the Ravens touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they got big.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
A first down carry for Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Henry again on second down. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And this one nearly intercepted. Oh, that's a ball he thinks he should have had. Instead, maybe a chance for the offense to get... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The trick play works. He's got the first. He's got the first down and more than that. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So they pulled a little rabbit out of their hat, nearly for 6, almost got the fake into the end zone. Either way, they're set up really nicely.
So we all fell for the illusion, didn't we? Did they saw someone in half on stage?
Well played.
I mean, that was something right there. We fell for the fake in a big way, as did the defense. And look what it turned into, a monster play. And now they're set up inside the 5-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. O'Neal. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean,
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
They'll run it again with Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On the ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Snead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Inside handoff, Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st down, O'Neal. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now here's a throw. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Christian Harris there fighting his way home to record the sack.
Like like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
He uncorks it for Snead. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. O'Neal. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a quarterback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a throw here, hauled in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's got room. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Henry up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown.